Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dilly Show. Here's your host, the man women want to be and men pay to see. This is Dilly. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Dilly Show. I'm your host as always. I am Dilly. Find me on Instagram at thisisdilly. You are listening to this on either YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, or any podcast app, and I appreciate you coming. I am available everywhere I just said. YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, you name it, the Dilly Show is there. And I am here once again because today I got some things to talk about. Of course, we're going to be talking about wearing a mask. That's going to be the main point of the show, but I got some other things I'm going to get to first, some other business. So let's start off with a brand new segment on the Dilly Show, Dilly's Picks of the Week. On the last episode of the Dilly Show, I mentioned that I might be doing a little segment on my show called Dilly's Picks of the Week, and here we go. I have decided to do it. This is the very first, so I will explain. Every week on this show, I'm going to recommend, 5 things that I like. So today I've picked a movie, a series, a song, a game, and an album. Those are the 5 things I've picked, and I'm going to go over them one by one with you all here today. So the movie, this is the first one. The movie I'm recommending is called Unsane. It's actually a really cool movie. It's about this girl that gets locked up in an institution. She didn't really need to get locked up in an institution. There's nothing really wrong with her, but she was put in there as the government's way to make money off insurance. So, a very cool plot and a lot of really cool shots as well. Like, I give a lot of credits to the director, who is Steven Soderbergh. He's done some good stuff. This is a great movie. It's starring Claire Foy, and it came out in 2018, so I'd recommend, if you can, do yourself a favor and get to it, because it's a good movie. I believe it's on Amazon, but I could be wrong, so don't take my word on that. Next is a series, and it is The Cabin with Bert Kreischer. This is a Netflix original series. It just came out this past week, or maybe a week or so ago. I'm not entirely sure, but it's a great show. It's very funny. The first episode is amazing, and it's funny shit throughout the series. I mean, you know your second episode's iffy when you have Caitlyn Jenner on it. It was kind of weird seeing that, because Bert Kreischer is not usually the type to associate with people like Caitlyn Jenner. And just, he had 2 girls on that show. He had Caitlyn and he had some other girl, and they were both not really the kind of people you'd figure would be on Bert Kreischer's show, but it was okay. He has some really funny people in some episodes, though, and I mean, I watched the whole series through. I binge watched it in one day, and it was funny, because Bert Kreischer is the man. You get to see his butthole and his balls. What more can you ask for? Go check out The Cabin with Bert Kreischer now on Netflix. Number 3 is a song, and it is Anemone by the Brian Jonestown Massacre. Very good song. It sounds like a 60s song, but it came out in the 90s. It's very good. It's very chill. It's just a nice rock song. You know, if you want to relax, sit down, maybe smoke some bud, I'm not going to judge you. It's a great song, so chill to it. It's on Spotify, so get out there and listen to it. But not before you finish listening to The Dilly Show, which is also on Spotify. Number 4 is a game. It is a PlayStation VR game, and it's actually really cool. It's called Static with a K. It's a puzzle game, which, you know, puzzle games are a little bit iffy. You wouldn't expect very much good out of a puzzle game, but you'd be shocked, because Static is actually a very good game. It was released by Tarsier Studios, and it's cool. You get put in these little traps. You use the DualSense controller as the... You have to kind of like maneuver your way. You have to press different buttons to do certain things to get out of this trap that's on your hands. It's actually very fun. There's many different traps, and it's a game you can play for hours on end. And, you know, sadly, there's not that many missions, I guess you could say, because, I mean, there's essentially a bunch of traps, and each trap counts as one mission, I guess. And there's not that many. There might be like 8 to 10, so I mean, there's that. But they are pretty time consuming. It takes a lot of thought and effort to get out of the traps, so please check it out if you will. Number 5 is an album, but weirdly enough, I haven't actually written anything down for what the album is, because I haven't been able to pick one album, so I'm kind of going to pick one off the cuff. I'm going to think of one that I've been listening to lately, and fuck it. Let's go with Oliver Tree's new album. I'm trying to remember what it's fucking called. It's Ugly is Beautiful. That's the album. It's a great album. It's got a lot of really good songs in it. And I mean, Oliver Tree's cool. Oliver Tree is the fucking man. One of his songs was actually the intro for this week's episode. It was, I think, I don't know, it was definitely one of his songs. I don't remember exactly which one I used, but I used one of them because Oliver Tree is the man. I love Oliver Tree. It was 1993. That was the song I used. If you like the beat, go check out the album because the album is pretty good. I listened to it all in one sitting as I normally do things, and it was great. So those are Dilly's picks of the week. To run them back again, movie is Unsane. The series is The Cabin with Bert Kreischer. Song is Anemone. Game is Static. And the album is Ugly is Beautiful by Oliver Tree. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm happy I could get Dilly's picks of the weeks in this week, and I'm going to try to do it every week. I'm going to pick different things. I might not do, like a movie, a series, a song, a game, and an album every week. I might switch it up. I might do some weeks where it's just all songs, some weeks where it's just all movies. That's probably the way I'm going to do it. I'm just going to switch it up a bit. I'm going to do a little randomize. I'm going to randomize things. Next on the Dilly Show, I'm going to talk about what's coming soon to Dilly as a channel. I am on YouTube. If you want to find me, go to youtube.com/c/The Dilly Show. That's where you can find me. I'm a very beautiful boy on my cover photo and my profile picture. And I'm going to be coming out with some new videos soon. I don't want to tell you exactly what they are, and I don't want to give dates to them, because I realize whenever I date something in anything I do, whether it be on a podcast or in a video, I end up fucking it up somehow. So I don't do dates anymore. The Dilly Show isn't even coming out it's coming out probably weekly. But that being said, I probably just cursed it right there, but there's no set date for the Dilly Show. It might come out Monday one week, might come out Friday the next, so on and so forth. You get the idea. The Dilly Show is random. Everything I do is pretty random. But I have sense in my thoughts, so that's okay. So what's coming out on the Dilly channel soon, you may be asking? Well, let me tell you. We're going to have a brand new wrestling series coming to the channel. I don't often do wrestling videos, but I feel like I want to again. And I have a couple of videos scripted for it. It's going to be some cool shit. So go check that out when it comes out, which I'm not giving a date to, but it's coming. And it's going to be talking about wrestling. And other things that are coming to the channel. I'm going to be doing some more gaming because, I mean, it's easy to do. I can put it out constantly. I need to, wrap up my SVR series that I did one episode on. I need to get going on that. I'm probably going to record an episode of that as soon as I'm done this podcast, actually. I'm also going to be doing some VR gaming. I think next week there's going to be a VR game coming out on the channel. There's going to be a couple videos next week, so keep your eyes peeled to the Dilly channel. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming, and I'm excited. I have a lot of ideas that I'm coming up with, and there's just a lot of stuff I want to do. I also want to do a music series, like a conspiracy theory series. That was a weird mouthful to get out, but I did it. I'd like to do that. I have a lot of ideas for that as well. And I also have some scripts going for that. So that will also be coming. And that's good. The Dilly channel is not dead. I am coming back. I am doing things. I have been planning during my time away. So here I am. Ladies and gentlemen, that leads us to the main event of the evening. It's main event time. I'm going to be talking about masks and why you should wear them. A lot of people nowadays, seeing as we're in the COVID times, well, you know what? Let's just do an entire retrospective on this whole COVID thing. I'm not doing any research. I'm just going off what I remember. So 2020 starts, right? And I mean, it's okay. It's an okay start. Kobe Bryant dies like immediately, but it sucked, but it's okay. Shit happens. It was rough. R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. Things were weird. 2020 was kind of a weird starting year. And then all of a sudden, March comes around and boom, COVID. Everybody is dying. Reports every day coming out. New cases here, new cases there. It got as bad as the president himself, Donald Trump, getting COVID. Lots of bad things have been happening. I'm not saying Donald Trump getting COVID is a bad thing, because really I don't give one shit, because I don't care about politics. But a bunch of people got COVID. It's a bad thing. And doctors are recommending people wear masks. Why? Well, because COVID is very easily distributed. If you have it and you interact with people that do not have it. The people that did not have it will now have it, and that is not good. So, people suggest wearing a mask. Why? Well, germs. No fucking shit. But some people like to be little bitches about this sort of thing, and they like to be like, yo man, I don't want to wear a mask. Why not? Well, because I got breathing problems. I got bronchitis because I smoke weed out of an aluminum can. Well, that's not good. That's a you problem. Wear a fucking mask. Like, I get it for people that are like, oh, I have asthma, or oh, I have breathing. Like, I get it. Okay, I get it. But if you have breathing problems and cannot wear a mask, maybe just don't go out in public. And I mean, anybody, I don't care what kind of breathing problems you have. You can be out wearing a mask for 5 minutes of your day to go to the store and get whatever the fuck you want. You can go get gas. You can go shopping slightly. You can get some groceries. You don't need to be in the store for hours and hours on end, and you don't have to go store to store. So don't be a little bitch. Put on a mask for like 5-10 minutes. Get your shit. Get out. Simple as that. Like, people shouldn't be out and about at this point anyways, because there's really no reason to be, unless you live in rural areas such as myself. If you want things, you have to go out to get them, because they can't just be delivered to you. But if you live in big cities and you can have things delivered to you, just do that. Dilly got COVID confirmed. Sorry about that. Ooh. That was rough. That was a really rough cough. And maybe I'm getting it because I'm talking about COVID. Maybe I just contracted COVID from talking about it. That seems like it could be possible. You know, in this day and age, anything's possible. So wear a fucking mask. Don't be an idiot. Just do it. I don't care what your excuse is. Oh, I should wear a mask. Oh, masks don't help anything. Well, actually, they do. Masks are pretty helpful. I mean, of course, some germs are going to seep out. Some germs are not going to be contained by the mask, and I understand that. But it's a lot safer than just going bareback on Brokeback Mountain, I'll tell you that much. So, wear a fucking mask. As for COVID, I hate having to talk about it all the time, but really, there's new shit coming out about it all the time. New things are happening. It goes away for a bit. It comes back for a bit. Everybody starts dying, and then they stop, and then they start again. Like, it's been really bad. And it makes me wonder when COVID is going to end. That's a thing, you know, because I want the world to go back to normal as much as everybody else does. Everybody wants the world to go back to normal. Nobody fucking likes COVID. Nobody likes staying at, well, some people might like staying at home, but I don't. I'm sure a lot of people don't. It's rough. It sucks. You can't visit people. You can't do things. You can't go out and eat. You can't do anything without fucking having to confide by all the government's stupid rules. And I know I'm trying to defend masks here, but a lot of the social distancing protocol, and people look at you funny when you're out in public now. It's rough. It's rough. It sucks. But it is what it is. That's just the way thing is. But I want things to go back to normal. But I feel like the only way that's going to happen is if people stop being little pansies about wearing masks, wear them, or just stay inside. I actually have a bit of a COVID prediction. I think that once winter comes around, COVID is going to deplete itself more and more as the days progress. Because it's wintertime. People aren't going to be out and about. And I mean, they shouldn't be, because A, roads are bad, B, it's cold as shit, and C, COVID. So really, in the wintertime, unless you're an essentials worker, you have no reason to get out of your house. Unless you're going to get food, groceries, as I stated before. Which in that case, wear a fucking mask. Your face is probably going to be cold anyway. Like, once winter comes around, everybody's going to be happy to wear a mask because it's going to be cold as balls outside, and they're going to want a mask on. So, it makes perfect sense. It's going to be great. So yes, wear a mask. Don't be an idiot. And hopefully, COVID will go away sometime in the near future. Alright guys, that looks like that's the end of the show. It's a bit of a short episode today, but it be like that sometimes. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode anyways. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe more, and click the bell icon for the love of God so you know every time I post. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Spotify, like it up. If you're on any of the podcast apps, like it up. Share it on Instagram, share it on Facebook, share it with all your friends and family. Show it to your little niece, show it to your little nephew, your little sister, little brother, little child. Do whatever you want to do. But please just support me in some way, shape, or form. And as I stated earlier, follow me on Instagram at thisisdilly. I don't know why I said at, so weird. But anyways, guys, I've been your host as always. I am Dilly, signing out.